Hello, YouTube. Hello. It's a time messed up. Anyway, hello, YouTube. This is me, Tomoko-Heika again, bringing you another Call of Duty, like I don't know, like vlog. I don't know what these videos are called. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about particular Call of Duty melee weapons and my stance on them. If they're gimmicky, if they're good. The problem is from Call of Duty is that it's very much we can all agree ever since Advanced Warfare, Call of Duty has been a very gimmicky system. A lot of Call of Duty's, how should I put it, creativity is based on giving players unique and interesting weapons that 90% of the time don't fucking work. Because when you put like a shovel in the game, most likely no one's going to use it. Everyone's going to bring a pistol, which I will get to. So the problem is that with melee weapons, Modern Warfare became more prevalent with melee, mainly because they replaced your knife, which was always your melee button, to a bump, which meant the knife was now your part of your secondary. What's interesting is that throughout Modern Warfare they introduced dual katanas. It's not really a katana. It's more of like those modern like replicas, like a modern like double-edged blade of some sort. There were skins that made it look more katana-ish, but that's not really the point. But the problem is that those weapons were no one really used them. Besides Shipyard, Shipman, no one really used them. And Spezop, it was a bit iffy to use on Spezop because the problem is that whenever you used them on Spezop, it was a category. It was a categorized. It was like an iffy thing. It was some matches you do pretty well, other matches you do very poorly with melee. Mainly because everyone kind of has a gun, so if you decide to go hack and slash a bunch of people, the damage is going to build up and you'll just die to a random pistol or something like that, like bang. Like, not really much was meant for the katanas. But the thing is, during Black Ops Cold War, they tried introducing melee weapons. A lot of melee weapons. And it wasn't just the katana and the sledgehammer. It was like a portable shovel, a cane, mace, a baseball bat. And that's mainly because zombies outbreak was a thing, which was more of an open kind of world, kind of not really waves. It was more of like you going into different places with level zombies and killing them. And I tried, and I was a big fan of using melee weapons in that scenery, in that in Outbreak. But the problem is that in multiplayer it was kind of iffy because the problem is that say you have a gun, say someone has an axe. 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to kill the person with the melee weapon with your gun. The problem is that the melee weapons are like these weird weapons that it does. First of all, it doesn't fit in Call of Duty's like situation. Like you want me to believe this is a rated M for mature, rated M for mature game that relies on deep feelings, emotions, patriotism. Yet you have like a woman with glow in the dark samurai armor holding a katana. You have some guy dressed up as a undead like straw hat from Ghost of Tsushima. You have clowns, and I don't mean the Joker kind. I mean more of the stupid clowns you see at the circus. And you have all these weird like gimmicky things. It's kind of like season before when the game gets released. It's more militaristic. Once the skins and all that battle pass bullshit starts coming out, it just loses its flavor. And I don't mind it, but it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick. It's not supposed to be legitimately, a happenstance. If I were to, you know, and then we have Vanguard, which I'm guessing Vanguard's going to be kind of the new. They're going to go for more of like the same thing with Cold War, which I already see it. I already see it with Attack of the Titans, a pack. Which, oh, why, why? And I'm guessing there's going to be a Titan skin. But there's still no Germans. You can't play as the Germans or Japanese in Vanguard. Like the last video, you still can't play as them. But you like to dress up as a Titan. From what I've heard, Snoop Dogg's getting an appearance in Call of Duty for some reason. I didn't even think he was alive. I thought he died of marijuana overdose or something. Or he got arrested for selling marijuana to 5-year-olds. I don't know. And then you also have, the Cowboy, the Rising Dead 2 in the Battle Pass. Oh, it's just wonderful, isn't it, people? It's just wonderful. And the problem is, I'm not going to buy Vanguard. My problem is with Vanguard is the simple fact that it is basically the only fun you can have with a melee kind of build, in which I'm a melee focused person, because if you give me the options, I'm going to bring a sword rather than a gun. Funny enough, the weeb is going to bring katana rather than bring an M4 or an AK. So the problem is that when you give me two options to play Cold War Zombies, which is far superior because of the open world and the stories, and I'm pretty used to it, or Vanguard, which, what I've heard, more expensive, more objective focus, less points on kills. The specials are a bit iffy. I'm probably going to just play. I'm probably just going to play Cold War, because Cold War is more fun, and and I'm not paying $60 for essentially a film that makes Band of Brothers the movie Fury looks like it was a German biased film, which, if you don't know, Fury is siding on a bit propaganda a bit, but you know, but anti-German. You get what I'm saying. But anyway, the problem is with melee weapons in Vanguard is because I was looking at the battle pass, because I just hopped on to play a few matches of zombies, and I saw this katana, like this blue with this weird, it looks cool. It looks like a katana with blue things, it has a blue style blade to it, has some Asian Japanese symbols on it. And I was thinking to myself, if you bought the Ceremential Warrior, which is where you get the katana, it's the easiest way to get the katana, because the challenge is a bit bullshit. So basically, in order to unlock some of these melee weapons, you have to do a ridiculous challenge for 10 or 15 games. You have to do a certain objective, and you get the melee weapon, which, however, they lead you to an easier option, which is you just simply buying the pack that comes with the weapon. And to be fair, the weep inside me bought that Vanguard pack. Though I don't own Vanguard, I still wanted the katana. So the problem is with the katana is that if you don't want to play Vanguard, it's practically useless, but I kept it for nostalgic. But I was thinking to myself, for people who do own Vanguard, which most likely a lot of people do because it's Call of Duty and we need to have fun, it's very much a situation where, Okay, you got all the way to level 89 just to get a katana, a version of the katana which is more bluish and white. Like, it's the same thing with the Marin, with the Maria Kiwi, I mean Kawa skin, which is like the anime skin for her. Which is like you get the same, you have like, and because you can buy like a cheap katana from Modern Warfare, the dual wielding modern katanas that looks realistic, looks like the feudal Japanese version. You can get that with the daimyo pack, which is maybe like $10, and you get that weapon. But the problem is with this is $20 for a blue version instead of a red version, and I'm like, who the fuck is paying an additional $10 just to make their katana look blue instead of red? Like, I understand buying the daimyo version because it looks pretty cool and it fits, especially if you're using the Crimson Ronin. Which, by the way, funny story about the Crimson Ronin, which pisses me off when you buy the skin, since there's no Verdansk, you can't do the fucking challenge because Verdansk is not there. So I'm wondering if my Warf, if anyone anyone publishing Call of Duty is going to fix that. But it's just hilarious to me how fucking, how you didn't fix that. And the Call of Duty community being as slow as it is on receiving and learning information, decides to not complain about it until after season 1. It took them an entire season of this new map to realize, hey, the coolest outfit in Modern Warfare we can't get because it requires challenges, and we can't really get the challenges done, can we? Nah, it's okay. It's not like people who spend $20 on it because they bought Modern Warfare. Looks like they can't use it anymore. Scheiße, the word. Like, here's the thing. Another thing, too. Like, who would pay $4? Like, who would pay? And mind you, the katana's at level, like, 30. And I understand you get more things out of the battle pass. But it's all winter shit. Like, we all know what happens with winter uniforms, right? As soon as the update's over, people aren't going to use it anymore. So what's the point? If you mean to tell me that people are going to run around in Season 3 in the hot weather of this freaking Pacific island that barely sees fucking snow, I bet you. You mean to tell me there's going to be people walking around with like white coats on? Come on. That's one of the reasons why one of the best fucking skins for this map is probably Gilly Ghost from Modern Warfare, because it makes you blend in more. Like, that's one of the reasons why the Rook skin from like Season 5 Modern Warfare is broken. Yes, it's a skin that is completely broken because it blends in with the darkness. And it's like, you wonder what is in these creators' head. What a wonderful world! And it fascinates me. It fascinates me on how these people, like, you could have made like a much cooler looking katana than the one you're giving us. And the reason you're giving us to it is because it's like a winter style katana. If I actually want to play like a good samurai game, I'll play Ghost of Tsushima. I'll play Monster Hunter Rise. Hell, I'll play the Mountain Blade Warband mod with feudal Japan as the setting. Then use that weapon. Because I'm only going to use it because there's only like there's only one mode that you can use a katana effectively, and that's zombies. And why would you want to play zombies when you could play Black Ops Cold War Zombies, which is much better, much polished, and you can bring a katana, and you can bring your katana and a samurai loadout there. So it amuses me how Call of Duty never rests to amuse me on how broken this system is. Already Vanguard is getting shit reviews. Already. They're talking about pushing the next Call of Duty release up earlier because of Vanguard's fuck ups. How much? You already have rumors that they're making a Warzone 2. So already we're going to lose all this. So what's the fucking point in buying anything from Vanguard or this next Modern Warfare 2? What's the point if Warzone 2 comes out, we lose everything? Huh? It's like, what's the point in buying anything from Vanguard? Because the game's going to die, people. Vanguard's going to die. It is going directly into the trash can the moment the next Call of Duty comes out. The moment the next Call of Duty comes out, Vanguard will be irrelevant. It will be irrelevant. No one will remember it. It will be known as a shitty World War II game that no one seems to want to play. And to be fair, it deserves it. It deserves all the fucking negative feedback it's getting. But what's the point in, like, and I understand, you can't build guns over time. Like, how many fucking M4s do we have? Like, 2, but then we're getting a third one because, of course, Modern Warfare needs an M4. Like, how many versions of the AK do we have? Like, 2? And then the third one, technically the AS-44, is technically an AK clone. It's like, oh, god damn it. So I understand you can't build over and over again, but I'm just warning you. Honestly, this is kind of why I've been kind of not really playing. I want to play Monster Hunters more because that's actually more fucking fun and less agitating. Yes, I did maybe throw my headphones a bit more, but you know what? It's better than me throwing a fucking controller every time I try to play COD. You know, maybe that occasional bullshit of just the internet connecting, my friend dropping, and now I'm up against a monster with 2x strength compared to me. You know, just something to think about. Anyway, ta-ta. This has been a wonderful video that I will be publishing for absolutely no fucking money, because quite clearly I do not make any money on YouTube. And hopefully this video does not get taken down, because that's always a fear I'm having because of how censored everything is. So I will see you next time with probably me bitching again, because that's all I do. Well, Ghost of Tsushima I'm praising, but Call of Duty I'm like stabbing with a carcass. Yeah, anyway. Ta-ta!